Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirits. Welcome home. Today's reading is going to be about something that is worrying you, something that is on your mind right now. So, pile number one, we have Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer, and Pisces. Your card is Garlic. For pile number two, we have Aquarius, Taurus, Aries, and Libra. Your card is the Fir Club Moss. For pile number three, we have Gemini, Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius. And your card is Comfrey. Okay, beautiful. So I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using the cards, the zodiac signs, or just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. So I forgot to tell you that there's this extra card again. So I felt like I should include it in the reading, and I'm going to make an extended out of this. So the card is the Guardians. It felt really special, like it needed its own space, its own story to be told. I'm already kind of peeking through it, what it might be. I have this feeling about it. It seems like it's a very long story, like it's a long story. So it needs its own reading. Okay, so now for pile number one. Okay. Pile number one, your card is Garlic. And this card talks about something that is bothering you and that you should add something instead of subtracting. So instead of focusing on what you don't want and trying to remove it from your life, you should focus on adding something else that will make this other thing, this bothersome thing, smaller or insignificant, irrelevant, or just disappear. Because the garlic is used for so many things, for flavor, for as an antiseptic, as a kind of a cleanser, but it's also very intense. So it has a presence. It's not something that just makes things less flavorsome. It increases. So it's something that is added, something that increases the intensity too. So increasing the intensity of something is the way to distance yourself or to end some kind of a worry, something that is bothering you. So this is something that's on your mind that's bothering you. And the garlic is already quite an advice, like quite the answer. But so now we're going to dive into what is bothering you and all the different aspects, and maybe some more advice. Who knows? Let's see. Just one more. Okay. So the Oakman, honesty. It's very upfront, like garlic. G-O, the slow. So the effects might be slow to show. So they're going to be, it's more like an ongoing process. Maybe it's something that you're already doing, like you're already trying to add something to your life. It's taking a long time. Facing something with honesty, being frontal, direct, but doesn't mean fast, right? So it means like more like a consistent effort, a consistent attitude. Yeah, it's more like an attitude. It's not something that you just do once and then it's done. It's more like a change in attitude. Good gentleman. Grief and adversity. Marriage card. Huh. Okay. Let me get some more cards and see what this is about. It seems to me like it's something that you're stuck with, but not in a exclusively negative sense. It's more like it's a responsibility. It's an agreement. But it's not like you're not supported, because the good gentleman is a friend, is like a benefactor. Maybe this is the Oakman energy here. So there's some kind of wise advice and positive companionship, but still you're dealing with something that you're kind of, it's a slow process, and I feel like the time that it's taking is taking a toll. It's taking a toll on you. You're tired of this, but it's kind of part of the territory. It's like this is the real deal, because this is like garlic, very straightforward, honest. This is the reality of things, the rawness of things. But it doesn't mean that you're abandoned at all. It seems like you're in good company. I feel like the surroundings are very positive, and they're trying to motivate you, trying to get to you. Maybe even your guides are trying to get to you, to get you the right information, because it's going to take consistent effort. It's going to last. This is something that it's like creating a sustainable future. So it seems like an effort. It seems like it's very slow. It just seems like too slow. Maybe it's too slow for you. So, but it is consistent. It's like you can trust it. Dormant one. So yeah, so this is a sleeper actually. It can be like the dormant one, or the 28th moon mansion, Isis, Hera, and the duel, 21st moon mansion. So this is the last quarter moon, decreasing in water, fall stage manipulation. It's a lot of cards here today. They're very big. So this is, again, last quarter moon, decreasing in earth, fall stage principle or principles. Okay. First quarter moon, increasing in air, leaf stage adaptability. Right. I feel like something is going to kind of go through a filter, a sort of filter that leaves like the lies and the deceit behind, and only what's truthful and what's sustainable can endure. And I feel it feels like a test, but it's more like a filter. So it's not a test in the sense like there's some sort of competitiveness, although you have the dual. So there are like walls that you're going to hit against, and there's no way it can pass. Like, because this card is about a clash that, between people that don't give in at all. They just don't. You don't arrive at a compromise. There's no compromising here. This is also going to be about maturity here, and again with Isis you also have this reinforcement of the honesty, because this card is about honesty, integrity. So it feels like something is going to be tested so that it achieves a more mature stage, and it takes with it the honesty and the integrity of the first stages. So when it was more naive, when it was like the pure intention. So it's supposed to survive that. But with the sleeper, it feels like time is also going to play an important part here. You can't rush this process. There's no rushing here. There's just you sticking with your values, with your principles, and knowing what the right from wrong, and discernment. There's a lot of discernment here when the clashes occur. But the clashes they seem to be very important, so that filtering happens, and that the project that you're holding dear to your heart right now has sustainability and has a future, because the sleeper is also someone who is seeing the future. They know it's going to happen, but they also know that things aren't mature enough to be completely defined, to be completely set in stone. There needs to be some kind of adaptability here too. It's a very dynamic process, but it's also very solid. Like, in a way, I feel like there's really a confrontation, and it's a solid, it's like hitting a solid wall. Like, my body feels like, I'm walking in, and then I'm hitting something, and then I have to shift a little bit to the right, and then I have to continue, but with integrity, with honesty, and then I hit something, and then I have to shift to the left. There's this feeling of, it's not a smooth sailing, smooth ride, but it's a part of growing up. It's a part of an idea that needs to mature. It's a part of the challenges, are a part of the process of maturation. And they also create time. It's like they expand time. So meeting those challenges face to face expand the lifespan of something, which it's counterintuitive in a way, because you think that each time that you face a conflict, things change and they're not quite the same. Maybe this is going to die. Maybe this is not a good idea. I have to, go back and rethink something. But that's not this process. This process it can be tiring. That's why you have grief and adversity here. If you're focusing too much on certain aspects, and I feel like the rest of the reading is going to be about this, like, how do I see this process as, well, when I hit a solid wall, how can I not feel so much pain? That's more what I'm sensing it's the rest of the reading is going to be about, because I feel like the grief and adversity is natural, but it's not necessary. The obstacles are necessary, not this. But the creation of emotional maturity through this process is what's going to make it smoother as time goes on. I'm not sure. It seems to me like this can be about a relationship. This can be about a project that you have in mind. But it feels more like a relationship here, okay? With the dual, it feels like an interaction or several interactions, like the aspects of the other and how I interact with the aspects of what I consider other, not me. Because garlic is also about the exotic, what is not you, what is not familiar, the different things. It can also be clashes of ideas. But it feels like they're embodied by someone. So someone in your life is representing this friction. Page of Cups. It's like emotional maturity. Feels like this reading is a lot about that. The Fool. Yes, certainly. And there's so much space for improvement, for growth with the Page of Cups and the Fool, which is actually very positive. It feels like much more... I feel like I can breathe much more than, when I hit the wall. When I hit a wall, it feels like it's a restriction. It feels like it's a limitation because it restrains this. It creates limits to this learning process, let's say. To this expansion, to this, because it stops being the potential, it starts getting real, honest, It starts getting real. The Moon. So here are the feelings. I feel like the obstacles are felt. How the obstacles are felt. They're scary. It seems like there's something, like there's a scary aspect. Five of Wands, the fight, the conflict. Like these two. Nine of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Such a positive outcome. Although it seems like the fight will go on. So the fight continues, but it seems like it's a good fight. It's the good fight. It's not, you're not toiling for nothing. You aren't just being like, how do I say this? Like massacred or something. This is not life, wanting to bring you down. This is not other people wanting to do something bad intentionally. It feels like it's going to take you to great places, and also this is the fight. So this is the good fight. And maybe you have to find pleasure and if you become more skillful, because you will become more skillful, eventually this will become easy. Eventually this will become, second nature. It feels like, and also something that gives you a lot of pleasure, like you enjoy doing this. Eventually you will start enjoying it much more. So I guess I'm going to have to shrink this a bit here. And okay. King of Swords. Five of Swords. Right. Six of Pentacles. Some ideas will be defeated. some ideas don't make sense, and it's like it's okay to admit that you were wrong about some things, because it's like you will be rewarded for it. You will be rewarded. And also, it's the reverse is also great. It seems like whatever, whoever, or whatever you're dealing with, it seems like you can win the battle for the best idea and for the results, the best results. I don't think that there's a lot of personal energy. It seems like it can be very detached. There's the potential. So if you are more detached from the emotional side, the triggering of that shadow, that emotional side, it seems like you're much more ready to then reap the benefits and the rewards that will then balance those, those clashes. They balance out, they neutralize the negativity that you get from the clash. Okay. It's like people are resistant, but they're trying to understand. They're all trying to understand. It's a good fight. It doesn't seem like there's ill intent. Okay? There are shadow aspects here, and I feel like you can manage them very, very well if you can then direct the energy towards the focus on, okay, I want to get to the truth. It doesn't matter who's right. What matters is the truth. And that is the reward itself. So the honesty also makes a lot of sense here. Truth itself is a reward. Three of Swords. Four of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Wow. So the objective here is to get to the truth. And if it seems like you're not getting there, you are playing the wrong game. You should switch. So let's try a different game. Let's see. So imagine that you're playing chess with someone. This is the person, and they're really putting up a fight. They're very good. You're like very equivalent, let's say. You can really become very like a very oh, I'm getting something else. So I'm trying to finish the first idea. So you're the obstacle for the other person, and they're the obstacle for you, and it's very on par. It's very tough competition here. They're putting up great arguments. You're also putting out great arguments. And then you realize that something is stale. Like it's more like you're not getting anywhere. They're not getting anywhere. You aren't getting anywhere. So then you say like, okay, time out. We're going to play checkers. Let's play something completely different, like soccer. I don't know, whatever. And then you realize, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Like we're arguing. We have understood things about each other in this game much better, because maybe it's more physical. Maybe it's the story it tells, because everything is a story, right? The story of putting the ball and scoring a goal. The story of taking your pieces to the other side of the chessboard. There's so many stories, and then stories inside the stories. And all those processes, let's say, if stories are processes, they're kind of the catalyzers of change, the catalyzers of knowledge, of bringing new things to life, and also of life. Life as a game, life as the exchange between two people and between you and what is outside of you. So this advice is very specific. It's just a sentence, and it seems to be very, very, it's like it could be the title of the reading. If you feel like you're not playing the right game, if you aren't getting anywhere, play a different game. You both decide to play a different game. And that is in itself a victory. Because you're learning, you're getting good at playing different games. You're getting good at playing games. You're getting good at understanding the limitations, your limitations, other people's limitations, what is useful, where is the truth? Because it's not important that you win if the other person loses. It seems like truth is the game. Truth is the ultimate objective here. And you only win if both of your egos are, in a sense, destroyed. You only win when the egoic intentions are overcome. So it's the game itself that's actually more important. And the agreement that you have, the compromise, the agreement, the investment that you both have is more important. The marriage is more important than who's winning and the specifics of what's happening. You're going to get really good at the good fight. So don't worry about that if that is something that worries you, that you feel like you're not confident about, and that there's fears. There's a lot of fears being triggered here. So it's not that this is something easy. It feels like it's very hard, but truth is the game. And you're getting better and better every day at it. You're getting really skilled, very skilled, highly skilled at this. And you will continue that. You will continue that process of improvement. So something that I think you're going to do for the rest of your life. And it's also going to pass on, for other people, for new generations. So it's something that somehow is going to also be recorded, or how do I say this? Projected onto something that you're leaving behind, that you're leaving here for other people to enjoy. So it's very enduring, like something that will endure, that will grow and grow and grow, and that will expand time and expand through time. It has a very, very long lifespan. This energy that it's like an investing. You're putting out this kind of energy, and it will last. It will outlast you. So don't be afraid. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2, your card is the Fur Club Moss. And the Club Moss is about humble beginnings, but very auspicious ones. So it's very concentrated power that is going to grow and grow into something that goes far beyond what it is right now. So very interesting. So if you think that something that is beginning in your life is very small or is too small, like it's not going to amount to anything, something might surprise you there. And it can also mean that something is just beginning in your life, or something just started, something just arrived in your life, and that you're not seeing the full picture of what it is yet, because it's going to become very important. Maybe it's a tiny thing, maybe you're kind of missing the importance of something. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We have the loam. The fawn. Nellis the alchemist. Interesting. And unity. Right. So the colors are very like uniform. Very harmonious. It's like a pattern. I think that there's something that you really love in your life that is going to become something else naturally. It's not, I don't feel like it's something that you are changing, that you are creating intentionally. It's more like something that you are underestimating in a good sense. Like you're not, it's what it is, you know, you accept it, it's there. But there's this energy that is brewing inside of it, and it's going to become very important in your life naturally. I don't think that this is a change that you are going to create yourself or with the intention of changing. It's like it has changed itself, programmed naturally in it, and you're going to learn about it. This is like an operation, an alchemical operation that you're going to learn about. You're going to experience and integrate into your life. Great, that's a lot of cards, but gaining a lot of money. Grief and adversity. Military person. Good lady. And great happiness. You see? It's something that is going to be given to you. Maybe you will even think that it's disappointing. It's disappointingly small, or it's much less than you expected. But it's going to become something else. And I don't think that you are going to be the one to do it. You are a part of it. You are a part of the transformation. But I see different people here. Military person, good lady. These are two different people from the outside that are going to maybe create this the transformation, not what is yours. You have a position in this. You have some kind of ownership. You've earned it, but you are not the one that's going to transform it completely. You were involved in something. Okay. The Mask, 24th moon mansion. The Scepter, 14th moon mansion. And the Palace, 3rd moon mansion. There you go. It's a lot of abundance. Okay. So this is the waning crescent moon, decreasing in air, seed stage with yield or yielding, and the full moon in fire, flower stage, recognition. Wow. So recognition. So what other people will do for you because of what they think of you. So there's something about alchemy here too. So I'm not really sure how it fits. If it fits in your life experience, if it's something that you're studying, if it's something that makes sense. Alchemy. It's a big theme here. And it's also how something small becomes big, and how if you focus on something, there's some kind of magic in the focus. If it's loving, if the love is flowing, and if the natural elements are there. So it's more like setting the stage for something and then waiting for nature to do its part without too much intervention. And also someone is watching. I feel like someone is watching and they're seeing what is happening. And because of that, you will also have great benefits from that. So something that you think is irrelevant, it's just something that you do naturally or that you think is very unimportant, is actually what takes you to success, what takes you to recognition. I feel like it's something that you want. Recognition is something that you want, especially related to this. And I feel like the way you're getting it is also very harmonious. It's you feel like you deserve it. It feels like it feels comfortable, because sometimes people don't feel comfortable with being in the spotlight or being recognized. There's also some kind of like imposter syndrome for somebody, for some people. Sorry. So I don't feel like that. I feel like I enjoy this, like I deserve this, I am comfortable with this, I'm comfortable in my own skin, let's say. It's a natural thing. It comes naturally, but it feels good. And it's not routine, it's something that is different. This time is going to be different. 7 of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. It's not like you haven't put in the work for this to happen. for the recognition part, not the thing that makes it work. The thing that gets recognized, that gets you the recognition that you deserve, is much smaller than you think. So imagine that you have a lot of, like you're working, I don't know, like you're drawing. So you're drawing and you make this beautiful epic drawing like the size of a wall, and you think, okay, this is like a masterpiece. This is what's going to make me famous or something. Like I know that people really like this and it gave me so much pleasure, but I also feel like this is, you know, the masterpiece that's going to make me break through. It's going to give me my major breakthrough. It's meeting other people's needs and wants. I know that this is going to be successful. And then you have these small like studies. They're like just, you know, small drawings that you do every day. And although they're beautiful because they're part of your life, it's like one of them gets somehow published, or someone buys it and they think like this is the best, like the greatest thing, and then suddenly you're very successful, and people are not too interested in the huge painting that was so that you invested in so much. But it doesn't mean that you invested less in all those daily drawings, because actually maybe you spent much more time and many hours drawing each day. But although you were equally devoted, you know, to the skills and the beauty that you put into each of these elements, so the very small, humble thing and also the great epic masterpiece, for you, they have a symbolic charge, like this meaning that you put into it, that creates an expectation. And you think like, hey, this has the ingredients, this has the right ingredients, this is the thing, this is what's going to make it. And then it's not. It's a very humble thing that actually creates the recognition, because it shows something. It's the mask off. It shows something natural. It shows some kind of natural alchemical process. I don't know. I would love to know a little bit more about alchemy to talk right now, because I feel like I should maybe have some specific notions, specific names for what is happening. There are probably, probably there's one specific alchemical operation that is happening here, and that's also why you have a lot of the same color. So just give me 1 second. Okay, I think I got it. So 2 important things that I got from this study, very brief study of alchemy, of specific alchemical concepts, is, so one is the Maria's axiom, and this is Maria the Jewess. She was the first European alchemist, and the axiom is also used by Carl Jung to symbolize individuation, the process of individuation. And I think that it's equivalent to this. It's going to have a connection to each one of these cards. So it goes like this. Out of the 1 comes the 2. Out of the 2 comes the 3. And from the 3 comes the 1 as the 4th. So the 4th operation, the 4th stage, is unity again, is the individuation. And so it's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm seeing this pathway so clear. So the loam is about unconditional giving and receiving. So it's the beginning of extending yourself. Out of the 1 comes the 2. And the 2, the fawn, is nature, is natural magic. It's the relationship with what is outside. The 2. Out of the 2 comes the 3, and you have Nellis the Alchemist here. I feel like you are in this stage. Out of the 3 comes the 1. Again, as the 4. So this is you. And what's interesting here is that as a catalyzer for yourself to individuate, you have the recognition of others. Other people are going to help you do that. You are not the one to do it yourself, and that's so interesting. It's a very specific message about spiritual development. And maybe what's worrying you is that something is not enough. Something is too small. It's not, getting me anywhere. And I feel like this reading is saying that don't worry because this is happening. The operation is already happening. It's transforming this very small thing into something huge. So you are going to get there. The scepter is also the need for recognition as an important part of your own discovery, self-discovery process. Another very interesting concept that I found is the cauda pavonis, which is the peacock's tail. And the peacock's tail is this brief moment between nigredo and albedo, so the black stage and the white stage of matter, where the elements inside of the jar explode in this brief colorful stage, all the colors. So the peacock's tail, iridescent, iris, the rainbows. So you have the 10 of cups here with the rainbow. So this is also telling me that there is this brief moment, there is this multitude of things happening before it becomes one, before it becomes defined. There's going to be a lot happening before it becomes one. So maybe you're going to have a lot of different options, different ways of doing things, different avenues to explore. For a brief moment, it might be that you feel like it's confusing or competing, with each other. But there is a hidden balance behind, okay? There is a hidden balance behind the white. So the unity of the white is backed by all the colors coming together, all the things that you're doing, all the small, unimportant things, or even if you have a lot of different subjects in your life that are pushing you, they're kind of dispersing your attention. There is going to be a brief moment where your attention might be dispersed, and then it comes back into this unity, focused, pure, and white. Okay, so Judgment, when we far. These two come together. 2 swords and the fortune card, the Wheel of Fortune with Lakshmi. So to me, this is reinforcing the idea that it comes from the outside, some kind of validation that comes from the outside. And I know that this might be counterintuitive for many, because we're constantly saying, like, it doesn't matter what's happening outside, what's happening inside is, you're always going to get this reflection of what is inside you. But I guess that in this case, it really is coming from the outside. It is about the judgment of others. That's the missing ingredient to finish the operation, the change. Because Nellis the Alchemist is about irrevocable change. It's what finally unifies your work, unifies your It unifies your soul, your purpose, your mission with the small things that you do every day. It concentrates it again, because now it might feel like it's dispersed. It might feel like there are many small things that aren't really amounting, to what you want. Okay, so the Fool, beginnings with Tara, 5 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, it feels like you're working, and nothing is really changing, or it's like you're starting over. It's like, okay, no, start over. So you're starting a drawing, and then you just scrunch it and you throw it away. No, start over. Feels like that, like many small things that you feel aren't working. Ace of Staves. These two. 4 of Cups. And Death card. Transformation with Ukemochi. It will change. It's like it will change. Prepare for it to change. Prepare for this feeling of not seeing, of not enjoying it, of not having feedback too. It is going to change. You are going to get it. So prepare for it, even though you might not have it at the moment, or you have it but not exactly in the scale or intensity that you think is, that gives you what you deserve, or what you put in, at least a little bit of what you put in it. But that situation is going to change, so you should prepare for it. It's like build it and they will come. Build it and they will come. Expect it. Because the wait is going to be over. There's going to be a change in fortune. You are going to get that recognition. But with the 4 of Cups and also the 2 of Swords a little bit, it seems like there's a lot of it that you're not seeing. And that's because there's a lot of the energy that is coming back to you that is actually still with the people that are going to come to you with it. It's still with them. It's not yet made the path to you. But that will change. Because someone will see something from you, something that you've made, something that you've worked on, that you've transformed. Someone will sense your touch in a small thing that you think is meaningless, or that you think is very unimportant, or not, exactly the perfect thing that you have idealized in your mind. But they will act passionately and give you abundance and recognition because of something small that you've created. It might even be something that you've done in the past and that you think it's, oh no, that's too old. That's not, I don't want you to see that. That's not me anymore. But I don't think that that's going to matter. Because then they will also recognize where you come from. There's going to be a story, a whole story that they're going to want to be involved in and be a part of. Okay, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3, your card is come free. And it seems like whatever is worrying you right now, whatever you have on your mind, you need to get to the bottom of it. You need to get also to what came before, what led you to the situation, what was the ancestral issue. Maybe it goes far back, it goes way back in time. Maybe there's also some kind of process of remembering. Remembering what came before, how it was before, how it felt. What did you see? Or who did you see? Luathas the wild, the rar, ecstasis. It seems like something annoying, something. I feel like some kind of electrical current. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of tension in the air. Like the air is very thick. It's filled with energy. But it also seems like what grounds you in the situation is, it goes way back. It's not right in front of you right now. It might even be inaccessible, like energetically inaccessible. It's like you can't remember a time when something different happened. The door, 16th moon mansion, or the doorway. First moon mansion with the volcano. A lot of energy that's bottled up. 23rd moon mansion with confession. Full moon in earth, flower stage with realization, concretization. Black moon in fire, dormant stage, recharging. And, this is the last quarter moon, decreasing in waterfall stage with manipulation. Okay, so a lot of bottled up energy. It also seems like conversations are going to give you a lot of clues, but they can also be used to manipulate things, and maybe there's some kind of like unnerving energy, like it makes me nervous to speak to this person, or to speak to this group of people, or to interact in general. But there's a lot of energy that I'm feeling needs to come out, and also you need some kind of energetic exchange to happen. Good lady, great happiness, and rich good gentleman. Wow, so it seems like you're in good company. You can get help. There's help around you. There's a helping hand. There are helpful people. And I also think that they have been with you for a long time. Maybe you're not really using all the resources that they can give you. Maybe you have to go back, way back into your memory palace, let's say, and search for the right connection, or the right way, the right words to use with specific people, specific connections, the right words that open the right doors for you. Magician, you have those resources, but it seems like they're somehow in the past. Queen of Cups. You can access them intuitively, but not intellectually or rationally. The World. It feels like there's some kind of urgency or need. The King of Wands. And the Six of Wands. Oh, so I feel like someone from your past is going to be very helpful. It seems like a masculine energy. And they seem like they're very dynamic, very active. Someone who takes the initiative. Someone who is very up to date, also very well informed. Someone from your past. You've done things together already, like you've achieved things together, you've been successful together, and I think that you have to remember it, because there's some kind of uncomfortable energy around you that needs addressing. Like you need to take care of it and get help to take care of it. Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Hierophant. So you have the Queen and the King of Wands. So it seems like a couple. You partner with someone. Partnering with someone. Striking a deal. You go to them or they go to you. Maybe there's some traveling involved, or there's some kind of change of... There's a change. I'm trying to sense what it is, because it feels like... So imagine this. Instead of meeting in a cafe, you're meeting in the forest or in the park. Instead of meeting at home, you are using technology, maybe like making a Zoom call. There's some kind of like space and communication. It's like that's the key to have this person's ear, or to have time for them to have time for you, for the spark to happen, for the exchange, for the meeting, for the connection to happen. Get that sorted out. Like if you want to speak to someone that you know is useful for you because they have the knowledge, because they're a friend, because they're supportive, try to make the connection work. And if they say, oh, I can't, at that time I'll be, traveling, I'll be working, maybe this time, maybe there's some kind of oh, I forgot the word for, like, the time zone. The time zone, maybe you're on different time zones and it's hard to meet. There's some kind of strange, like, mishap like that. Like, make it happen, make it work. You're going to make it work. And that's the person, and the resources are there to help you. You have to make them work. You have to make them work for you, but there's some kind of effort that you have to make or change in your schedule and your routine to adapt. I feel like there's an urgency too, so maybe, be quick about it. Don't delay, don't postpone, because I feel like the volcano is about to erupt. So you have to control the energy. You have to channel the energy with reason and emotional balance. I see here the manipulation more like you controlling your emotions. With the volcano here, there might be a lot of turbulence, let's say. I do think that you have to get out of your way a little bit and out of your routine to achieve this connection and to achieve your objectives. With this partnering with someone or this interaction, this conversation, it's very fruitful. It gives you the resources and the tools. 7 of Pentacles. The Star. And the Hanged Man. So yeah, to me this is about adaptation to other people's perspectives too. And to achieve your objectives and to get what you need out of this situation, you also need to flip your perspective a bit and to understand the other side, or the other side of the situation, but without defeating your own purposes, without you just saying, okay, they have all the power, or they have all the reasons to do things in a specific way, and I can't really change this. And when I say this can be, I don't know, an organization, a company, a situation, a relationship. It feels like you're trying to get resources to achieve something. This is what I'm getting here. Like, I want this idea to take root, because the situation where I'm at right now is very tense. And there's something that needs to change, and I need to interact with this. Like, I need to transform it and create something else. I don't even think that you are very sure of what you're creating. It just needs to be different, because this is unsustainable. It's very tense. It's very heavy, very like the oxygen, the air is so thick that you can almost touch it. It's so palpable. It's going to be a great achievement to get this relief. Even if you don't know what happens next, just the relief itself is going to help you tremendously. And I think that if you focus on what came before, what happened before, you will find the clues, the words, the reasoning, the ideas to speak to this other person, to partner with them, or to discover who they are. Because maybe you're not, like, something jogs your memory. You have to jog your memory. And I feel like it's your emotions that are going to guide you more than anything. And this sense of urgency. But you have so much help. It's like you're so blessed in this area. But then there's this situation that worries you a lot, and that's very heavy, that it doesn't help you breathe. You see this character here, they have a collar, so it's like they're choking. It's so heavy. It seems like it's a very heavy object that they have hanging around their necks. It seems like a very uncomfortable, because it's so it's supposed to be transitory. Volcano is about the moment where the pressure needs to be released. You see the fire, the hair becomes the fire that comes out of the volcano. So And fire is it's a flickering moment. It's the intense flickering transformative moment. And you have excesses, so it's really actually good. So the path is very good. Seems like it's very optimistic. It's just a now. This moment, it seems like you need help. You need help from another energy, another perspective. This other person that is wise, has resources that you've known for a long time or that goes way back. They are in your life already. So you need to reach out to them and to also adapt a little bit to their own limitations of time, limitations of time or place. Maybe they're moving, maybe they're traveling. They're not available immediately. But if you try to fit into their schedule or to change some things in your routine, I think that you can get it very easily. Because the Hanged Man is also about resting, to me, like surrendering, finding a way to surrender, to relax. But with the Star, it's really to feel protected too, to feel guided by something else. In this case, maybe someone. Someone is going to bring a victory to you by partnering with them, contacting them, finally relaxing in their presence, maybe. Maybe even like letting things off your chest with confession here. Revealing something about what's happening to you. And then they also reveal something back, something that ignites hope and wisdom and this sense of direction that you might know where it's going to take you, but then you get the direction. So you get hopeful again. You know that, okay, maybe not right now, maybe not the way I wanted right now, but in the future, there's a chance and I am moving towards it. I'm not stuck in this heavy, compressive, even claustrophobic situation. It will require you to get out of your routine and to take an opportunity also, to jump into an opportunity. So yeah, one thing that this situation might be doing for you is also pressuring you to take an opportunity, to jump into a situation, a leap of faith. Take it, take the fruit. So all this pressure is preparing you for the jump. Okay, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.